Alright, looks like we're live. Greetings everyone, this is Tarot Illumination. It's just going to be a quickie here. I want to give you some updates. This is the daily transit, and that's going to be the title of the new channel. Hopefully that will survive the algorithms, we'll see. But for right now, I wanted to point out a few things. Okay, right now it is the 20th of April, 2021. Okay, over here, what's happening right now is that the sun is transiting into the sign of Taurus. We're at the 0 degree mark here. It'll turn to 1 degree by the end of the day. The moon is in Leo, okay? Mercury just entered Taurus as well. And Uranus is in Taurus too. So we have a Taurus stellium coming up. Let me get my other little pad here. This will help a little bit. Hang in with me. Please be patient as we do this. I don't know if you can feel it in your bodies, but I sure can. Alright. A lovely circle. Circles are amazing things, aren't they? No beginning, no middle, no end. This is just an astrodoodle for Earth. 20th April 2021. I'm going to fill it out like I do on our other shows. See, Aries over here. Okay. Taurus, we just had a huge run with the Aries stellium, and we're phasing out of that and heading into the Taurus stellium now. You'll see in a minute. Moon is over here in Leo, and it'll head over to Virgo in a day or two. We go from there. So I have to tell you it's been a little strange over here, just dealing with the shiftings and energies. Each one of us is different. Depends how tuned in you are, how sensitive your body is to these things. Some people operate at a very, very dense level where all the things that we talk about here have no meaning or no comprehension in terms of their consciousness. It still happens, whether they like it or not. These energy fields, they do influence everything on planet Earth, including human beings and our behavior. But some people are just not interested. I happen to be interested. We've got Sun, Mercury, Uranus, Venus over here, okay? Sun, Mercury, we got Uranus, and we got Venus all over here. Excuse me, that should be like so. Excuse me, sorry about that. The moon is over here in Leo, and Pluto's over here in Capricorn. This is my big issue, okay? You already know that. Saturn's over here, Jupiter's over here in Aquarius, and Neptune is still here in Pisces. And we've got Chiron hovering over here in Aries for a long time, okay? It's the wounded self. Very, very long, painful transit for humanity. But that's just how it is. Let me get my little colored pens. I'll be right back. All I have to do is disturb the little kitty cat. Don't you worry. Okay, here we go. So, I have concerns. You know, it's like there's good days and there's bad days. There's always good days, there's always bad days. And depending on your awareness or your concern about these things, you'll feel it in your body or your experiences or what you're attracting to you in your life, in your world, or what are you radiating in your world. Let me just go over here. I want to do something where I can... Give me a second. Okay, here we go. So, we do have some really harmonious alignments, okay? Little things that are helpful. Fine, okay, we got the Leo-Aries harmony here. I'm not too sure, too convinced of some of the other aspects going on right now. Because of the angles, well, I'll just... see, I forgot to put Mars in. I knew it over here. Here's Mars. There we go. So we have a sweet Mars, I guess you could say harmonics, between Jupiter in Aquarius, Mars in Gemini. Okay. Just having passed through the energy of the North Node, what I notice from this aspect is that there's a lot of violence all over the world, which is kind of what I predicted about a year ago. The violence is kind of unstoppable, and Mars is what is, it's kind of like the gunpowder and the adrenaline and the anger and the rage that is fueling all the violence. Chiron and Aries over here, I feel it's representing the wound of humanity, the wounds to selfhood, pure selfhood, where there are, let's say, elite forces around planet Earth that are doing everything they can to destroy selfhood and impose a complete lockdown on humanity. I've got to be very careful with language so I don't trigger any algorithms, but I'm hoping you understand what I'm talking about. And humanity is having a little glimpse of encouragement here. Moon in Leo, nice trine with Chiron and Aries, very sweet. Okay, fine. But we do have some challenges, okay? I'm just going to get on with it because that's the tricky part. Actually, we do have some harmony between Saturn and the North Node here. So I should add that, I guess. But here's where things get awkward. Between Saturn and Uranus, okay? But I frankly feel it is the whole of Taurus, so I'm going to kind of do it like that. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And a very harsh aspect between Venus and the Moon. My big concern, hold on, I want to put the quincunx in over here. And that's a very awkward aspect, by the way. And we've got an opposition happening very soon here between Saturn and the Moon. That's, I would say, very uncomfortable. Okay, so let me focus on this. First of all, let me say hi. See how we're going to do this. I've got to talk to you directly here. Okay. Greetings. There we are. Greetings. This is Tarot Illumination. I'm trying to do this transition from the Tarot Illumination channel over to a new channel called The Daily Transit. There's one tiny little video there right now, and I'm not going to post this here because I've been getting a lot of guidance from YouTube builders about how to start the new channel and give myself a chance of surviving so that I don't get crushed by the algorithm again. So I'm following these patterns, and it's going to be a very long, slow growth pattern. I'm sorry about that. But I still like to offer the concept of the daily transit, so I'm going to put it here in similar ways that I intend to do on the daily transit. Okay? So thank you for visiting. Thank you for watching. And actually, if you want to, go visit the Daily Transit. It's a brand new channel. And do the subscribe, like, and ding the bell. Click the bell. Okay, let me go back over here. I have concerns. I made a couple of points here. What's happening is we've got Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Uranus all piling up here in Taurus. Okay, that's this section over here. So it's very, very much to do with money. Okay, global finances, the banking system, the world of money, like the stuff in your wallet, your value, the value that you bring to Earth, the values that you carry with you. your belief systems, also includes your natural gifts and talents and resources, your natural wealth that you carry with you. And all of that is under extreme duress from Saturn. Saturn is in Aquarius over here, and Saturn is basically testing humanity in its Aquarian nature, okay, to be genuine, honest, and true with Aquarian energies, which is all about community. What's good for we the people? What's good for planet Earth? What's good for the people? Anything that is not good will be tested and brought out. Okay? So this is very harsh over here. Uranus in Taurus. This also relates to actual planet Earth itself, like nature. That would include things like the ocean, the sky, rivers, lakes, forests, tectonic plates, volcanoes, hurricanes, farms, even farm animals and things like that, weather cycles. This is very turbulent. Uranus is the planet that represents radical upheaval, change, disruption, revolution, awakening, awareness. The whole energy field that resonates from Uranus is to wake up, people. Literally, wake up, people. Wake up. See what's happening around you. Uranus demands freedom. Uranus is an energy of revolution. Revolutionary things are happening on planet Earth. The planet Earth is convulsing now in ways that haven't really happened for a very long time. You can say it's climate change or human intervention or whatever it is, but also just random upheaval. Volcanoes, hurricanes, tsunamis, all that stuff, fires, everything. That's just the Earth reacting to the energy fields, okay? But when you bring it down to humanity, where I see this happening, affecting us most, is in the world's financial and banking systems. And what is happening in real time is that across planet Earth, there is an outcry for honest money, real money, where each and every individual human being in your selfhood has the right and the privilege, has the right to, these are God-given rights, these are universal rights, these are not rights that are granted to you by an authority or a government or some kind of despotic, tyrannical leader. These are God-given rights. We have the right to be ourselves, okay? As wounded as we are as human beings, we are also experts at thriving and surviving, and we also happen to be each other's worst enemy. And we're proving that very extensively today. The global financial system is under extreme pressure. And I told you about that in my book, Wealth, Money, Finance, Global Restructuring 2020, when the biological weapon was dropped on planet Earth, causing the chaos. And that's a whole political thing. I'm going to leave that for now. But what I sense happening here is that the pressure is increasing between the world of fake money and the world of honest money. And they're kind of getting to be a bit like this. And the world of fake money is growing and growing and growing at an astronomical rate because it is aware that it is being threatened by the world of honest money. The world of honest money literally wants to take down the world of fake money. The whole of planet Earth is saturated, flooded in fake money, which destroys true value, true talents, true wealth, true gifts, true belief systems. And that fraud, that massive fraud, I should really put this in here, it's still active as far as I'm concerned. That massive fraud, which to me is represented by the hard square between Neptune and the North Node in Gemini, that massive fraud is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and stronger and stronger and stronger. because the people who are perpetrating the fraud benefit from the fraud. In other words, we the people, as you've probably figured out by now, we are being farmed by a handful of elites. People who own the debt farms, people who own the slave camps. The debt farms are owned and operated by the United States and so on, the Federal Reserve and so on, the global Americanized financial banking system, and the other reciprocal is the CCP slave camp. So you've got the slave camp and the debt farm at war with each other. It's a virtual warfare right now, and it's happening in the world of currencies and exchange. Gemini, okay? The energy of business. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Mercury's in Taurus. Mercury's very close to Uranus, very close to Venus. Venus is a money sign, and the sun is in the second house of money. So money is a very big issue on planet Earth right now. What is fake? What is real? And what I'm noticing is that the world of fake money is spreading like a massive cancerous tumor all across Earth. It's more similar to systemic candidiasis, if you know what that is. And the handful of people who benefit from this fraud benefit astronomically, because the numbers are outrageous. There's maybe a couple of 100,000 people on Earth who could be, say, represent the elite, and then there's another 7.5 billion who represent we the people who are being farmed. Okay, so Saturn in Aquarius is basically challenging Uranus in Taurus, and it's being fought out in the battlefields of humanity, most especially in the currency wars that are now starting to build up across planet Earth. America versus China, okay? And then every other country has to fall into place after that. The pressure is going to be with us, like at the level I'm talking about, for at least a month. And I think what's going to happen over the next few weeks is that there's going to be radical volatility and upheavals in the global banking systems. I wouldn't be surprised to hear radical shock, fear tactic headlines like, the global banking system is going to ban cryptocurrencies. We're going to ban cash. You're all going to be forced to have the money system imposed upon you in the way they want it to be imposed upon you. It's a very dangerous thing that's happening, and they're getting away with it. There is some resistance, especially in the world of what are called cryptocurrencies, if you've heard of those. It's an extremely volatile world, which is also represented here, Uranus and Taurus. It's being challenged. So there's a lot of growing pains that are happening and being exposed in the world of cryptocurrencies, because it's like the birth of a new form of honest money. We've had, history of money over thousands of years. We started off with cowrie shells, and then, barter, and then coins, and gold, and then contracts based on gold, paper money and coins based on gold, and then government money, which isn't based on anything except their say-so, and that's where things got really out of control. And now we're moving into a world of digital money, where there's this thing they call digital gold, and the whole idea is that we're doing this because we can, and this, for some people, represents honest money. And the problem is, for the people who represent the fake money, the honest money is the enemy, okay? And so the fake money people are trying to control and dominate and manipulate the honest money people. And the honest money people are trying to find their life and their value and their worth under the extreme duress and pressure from the elites who have mastered the art of fake money to the point where pretty much everybody on Earth believes it to be real. So it's a very, very difficult situation we're in. It's not going to be resolved anytime soon. Okay, the next thing I want to point out here is this quincunx. It's an odd thing between Pluto and Mars, and also between the North Node, where it's an unavoidable thing. Now, Basically, Pluto is operating at the very depths of the soul of humanity, and it is in a very awkward angle with the Mars and energy. And the North Node here, the way I see it, is panning out is violence. There's, depending on where you get your information and how you make your decisions in the world, your weather forecast, your politics, your economics, whatever it is that you think is important. I have sources where I look because I like to have honest information, and I don't believe a lot of the information that is pumped at us. So I go to alternative sources, and what this tells me and what is being affirmed to me is that there is violent disruption happening in humanity as it fights with itself. The plutocrats, the oligarchs, the intense pressure of Pluto and Capricorn to create control and power and management on a mass scale, on a global scale, so that everything and everyone is subservient to a global elite. And there is resistance all across planet Earth. There are societies, states, populations who are violently revolting against the elite. The last thing I want to point out is Pluto in Capricorn right here, okay? It's slowing down, it's going into its stationary retrograde point where, it moves along, then it seems to, stationary retrograde. It'll stay like that for weeks and weeks, and then it'll start to edge. Oh my God, it looks like it's going backwards. Oh no. So to me, it's like this very huge, enormous road crusher, like those bulldozer things that crush roads, tarmac surfaces, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth over humanity to crush it into compliance. And the more they try to crush it into compliance, the more resistance there will be for the folks who do not want to comply. So we're leading up to a lot of friction. It's happening right now. We've got some harmonious aspects which might make it feel in your life right now that, man, maybe things aren't so bad. I am personally trying to enjoy these aspects by reminding myself that, there is goodness here. But the reality, the way I see it, is we need to be aware that there's some very, very disturbing, very unsettling aspects happening right now. There are a lot of very smart people trying to figure out, how are we going to deal with this? How are we going to comply with Saturn? How are we going to operate in a very, very egalitarian, Aquarian manner in a way that is very good for we the people of planet Earth? While at the same time, there is opposition. I think of it as communism versus community. They come from the same, it's like they come from the same original intention about, well, what's good for the people. And one side diverges over here and it says, what is good for the people is complete and utter totalitarian, tyrannical command and control by a handful of us, we the people, the elites, we the people, who have figured out what works for us, we the elites. And everyone else has to comply. And we're going to call it COMMUNISM or SOCIALISM or something like that. And everybody has to comply. And they're doing a lot of the compliance through biological terrorism and financial terrorism, okay? Earth, and money, terrorism, okay? And then on the other side, there's we the people, who I would say are an honest bunch. We're basically like, wait a minute, there's something very, very, very wrong with this picture. We all want what's best. These guys are trying to get it their way. We want it good, that's good for everybody. So there's this intense pressure here with Uranus and Taurus to destroy and shake up and radically dismantle the highly, highly corrupted financial system that we have and decentralize it and turn it into something that is truly egalitarian. And that is most vividly expressed in the world of cryptocurrencies. Okay, we can talk about that another time. So I see this very much as an indicator of bad money versus good money. Okay? It's simple, and it's a battlefield. Most of us are not aware that this battle is happening. We won't know it for years and years to come, but the battle is there. It's happening through the currency wars. They're not going to talk about that on your daily news or your Netflixes or whatever, because it's of no interest for the elites to tell you about this stuff. They want you to comply, okay? Comply. Anyway, I have kind of made my point here. Please enjoy the weather as much as you can. Yeah, I've kind of made the points that I wanted to make today. I think I'll just leave it at that. Just want to check out. So, I'm trying to revitalize myself here a bit because it's been very, very, let's say, suffocating to try and operate in the global weather sphere that it's been for now. But I feel like I'm getting a little bit of my breath back, so I'm trying to show that to the world by coming back onto the channel a little bit more and offering my services more. So if anyone has any concerns out there and you're looking for, like, say, a private one-on-one consulting, we can do that. Just go to terralumination.com, okay? Also, please keep in mind the daily transit. That's going to be on the other channel, and I think there will be this kind of very slow, amorphous migration from this channel to the other channel, but basically still doing the same thing. But I have to be much more guarded and much more, let's say, about my personal views and opinions and behaviors in order to keep the channel alive. So let me, I guess, recap. Whatever you want to, you can watch back what I told you about in the video. That's fine. But for now, I'm just going to say bye-bye. Please make the best of it. Be aware that we're under extremely harsh conditions, even though you might not feel it. Maybe you do feel it. There's opportunity out there. But what I see is, again, a lot of extreme volatility, explosive volatility occurring between the world of fake money and real money. Fake people and real people. Abusers and abusees. Okay? terralumination.com. Go to the readings page if you want to book a reading. We can do it all in private through Zoom. We just go from there. And I can mix in some astrodoodles for you with your own personal stuff, so we can look at trigger points. That just reminds me. Hold on. Stay there a second. It doesn't look like much on an astrodoodle, but this is the thing that really, really concerns me. Pluto and Capricorn around 26 degrees, hovering towards stationary, going retrograde back to 24 over the next 5 months, and then going back again. So this is going to be going back and forth, crushing humanity at the very depths. Okay? So let's say we book a reading, you book a reading here with me. I'm going to focus on whatever we have to with you, but I'm going to be asking you, please, let's discover where you have 26 degrees Capricorn in your chart. If it's not significant, we won't worry about it. We'll deal with other stuff. But you still need to be aware of the significance of this particular aspect. Everybody does on planet Earth, okay? So let me wrap it up here. Thank you again. If you need anything, go to terralumination.com. Click readings, click donate, click connect, whatever it is you got to do. Take care, everyone. Gonna leave it at that. Bye-bye now. Have a beautiful day.